it's Elizabeth coming to you from the Ponderosa Kitchen. And tonight at the Ponderosa, we're going to have salad to go along with our baked potato and grilled chicken and steak. So I wanted to show you how I would put together a salad at the house. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our baby romaine, and I'm going to cut it twice. I'm going to cut it down the center here, and then I'm going to turn it like a quarter of a turn, and I'm going to cut it again before I start slicing it. That way it's already in little bitty bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to use our nylon knife so that I don't have to worry about it turning brown down the road. Because you know, metal knives will make your lettuce turn brown, and who wants to eat brown lettuce? Now, if you know you're not going to eat all of your salad tonight, what you might want to do is wash it and spin it dry in our salad and berry spinner so that you can have lettuce that's going to last for about a week. Because if you're buying that bag salad and it's turning orange and nasty on you, that is because it's got too much moisture in it. And so when you spin it dry and put it in a Ziploc bag, it's going to last for about a week to 2 weeks. And so as I cut this up here, I'm cutting it up on top of our pink Help with Cancer flexible mats, which are only available in the month of May. And I love them because they're flexible. I can just pick them up, bend them, and move them right here. And so I've got my lettuce all ready to go. We're good to go there. Now we're going to get our veggies going. So the first veggie I'm going to do is my carrots. And I've already peeled one of them. And a serrated peeler is a must-have anytime you're doing any peeling, because it's just going to take a real thin piece off. It's not going to take a big chunk out. And you can use it for potatoes, cucumbers, anything like that. And then we're going to use our julienne peeler, which this guy here will take a finger off in a heartbeat, so be careful. But you just pull it along the vegetable. It's really good for doing zucchini noodles. Anything you want to do julienne, because it's making these nice little bitty pieces, just like that. We're going to add that to our salad so we have some good veggies going on. And then I'm going to go over here to this side. Just kind of keep it going. Twirl it around. And it just makes things really pretty and fancy. You know, it's kind of one of those Rice Krispie treat moments where you throw a little bit of flour on your face and you walk in and you go, here's dinner. And they think you worked really hard, but you didn't really work that hard because you had awesome tools. So we've got our carrots going there, and next I'm going to use my tomato. So a lot of times with a tomato, it has this seed in here that typically people just kind of cut around, and so it wastes a ton of your tomato. So if you take our core and more and just pop it in here to the end part, it pops out that seed in that nobody wants to eat. I'm going to take our tomato knife, which is pink just for May, and when you purchase any of the pink products this May, $1 of that goes to American Cancer Society for the early detection of breast cancer and education. And so I'm just going to cut this real quick, and what's nice about the tomato knife is it's serrated. So it's going to cut through that tomato skin and not make me end up with like tomato juice. It's also really good if you're cutting like angel food cake or something that's kind of soft that typically squishes. So it works out really well when you do that because the serrated goes through it. All right, pick this up, move it, go there, you won't have to move it. All right, we're gonna cut this here. All right, whoops, they're sliding on me. I don't want to, ooh, maybe I should answer that. It might be a Pampered Chef order. All right, we're gonna move this over here. And then we're gonna do our cucumber. Now, I'm going to show you our simple slicer, and it is exactly that. It is a simple slicer. It is going to do simple slicing, and it has 3 different thicknesses on it. So when you're using the simple slicer, what makes it different from our Ultimate Mandolin is that there's no easel to hold it up. So it's handheld, but it does fit over top of a bowl so that you can go back and forth. It has a lock so that you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers, but once you go from the lock position to either 1, 2, or 3, which is the thickness, the blade becomes exposed and you can take off a finger. And you'll be calling me if you don't use a food finger guard from the ER saying, Elizabeth, guess what I did? So you slide the food finger guard up and then you pull the top centerpiece out, grab it here, and I'm just going to show you a couple slices with each blade. So that is number 1, and you can see that those are really, really thin. And then we go to number 2, and those get a little bit thicker. Now, if you have a garden this summer, you are definitely going to want to get this bad boy because it will slice things like there's nobody's business. Now, once I'm done using it, I always put it back to the lock position so I don't have to worry about slicing my finger off. So you can see here, you've got 1, 2, and 3 different thicknesses going on. So anytime you want to slice something Just simply slice it. You don't want all the extra bells and whistles. Like with the Ultimate Mandolin, you have the shred blade and the crinkle blade and all that. The simple slicer is perfect. Slices it right up for you. And then I'm just going to use our forged cutlery knife here just to cut these in half. And so, ta-da! We have a put together chopped salad done in like no time. One of the things I forgot to tell you is that the Ultimate Mandolin is dishwasher safe. Just put it on the top rack. I'm sorry, not the Ultimate Mandolin, but the simple slicer. The Ultimate Mandolin is dishwasher safe as well. But the one thing that I want to make sure I tell you about, because if not, you'll have a little science experiment going on, is that you unscrew the top and allow the bottom piece to come apart so that you can clean it. Put it in your dishwasher on the top shelf, because if you don't do that, you end up with a little science experiment going on in there, and it's pretty gross. These 3 pieces are all dishwasher safe on the top rack. You just slide them in. So if you're interested in any of the tools that you've seen here today, make sure you check out my website, www.pamperedchef.biz/eBrinster. Thanks for checking it out tonight.